Hi second graders, Miss Diorio here from Citizenship Academy with Module 7, Lesson 21 today. So we're switching gears a little bit today. Today we're going to start working with number lines. Now, you've probably been noticing a number line is very similar to a ruler. So we're going to be using measurement to relate to number lines today. And we're going to be trying to figure out the distance between 2 points using a number line. Okay? So, let's start off with an application problem. You're going to want paper and pencil or something to write with today in order to do this application problem and to do these number line problems. So go ahead and grab that if you don't have it already, and then we will get started. Okay, first problem says, to ride the Mega Mountain roller coaster, riders must be at least 44 inches tall. Caroline is 57 inches tall. She is 18 inches taller than Addison. How tall is Addison? Okay, so we know that Caroline is 57 inches tall. Addison is 18 inches shorter than Caroline. So there's Caroline. We don't know how tall Addison is, but she's 18 inches shorter than Caroline. So to figure out how tall Addison is, we need to figure out that difference, that question mark on our tape diagram. So I want you to pause and solve and tell me how tall Addison is. Very good. So we can use the compensation strategy. Remember, what we do to one, we have to do to the other. So if we add 2 to 18 to get to that even 20, we have to add 2 to 57 to get to 59. And that's a little bit easier for our brains to add. So 59 minus 20 gives us 39. So Addison is 39 inches tall. Okay, keep that in your brain. Caroline is 57 inches tall. Addison is 39 inches tall. How many more inches must Addison grow to be able to ride the roller coaster? So we know to ride the roller coaster, you have to be 44 inches tall. Addison is 39 inches tall. How many more inches does Addison need to grow to ride the roller coaster? I want you to pause and solve this one on your own, and then we'll come back and go over it. You're figuring out how many more inches Addison needs to grow before she is able to ride the roller coaster. All right, let's do it. So we know that Addison is 39 inches tall, and she needs to be 44 inches tall in order to ride. So we need to figure out that missing number, the difference between 39 and 44, to tell us how many inches that Addison needs to grow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the arrow method because that works for my brain for this one. I'm going to get 39 to 40, so that's adding 1. And then to get to 44, I'm adding another 4. So that gives me 5 total inches. So Addison needs to grow 5 inches in order to ride the roller coaster. Thumbs up if you got it. Nice job. All right. So we're going to get started working in number lines. Number lines are just a line of numbers. We can start at any numbers. So what we're going to do is create a number line with endpoints of 30 and 50. So on our line, one endpoint is going to be 30, one endpoint is going to be 50. And the space between each line is going to be 5. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to use a meter strip if you have it. On a meter strip, we have 1 and we have 0 and we have 1 meter, right? How many centimeters are in 1 meter? 100. Awesome. Keep that in your brain. Okay, so what we're going to do, if you don't have a meter stick, if you don't have a ruler, we're just going to create it on our thing. So what you're going to do is draw a line. Easy peasy. And you're going to want 2 endpoints. The endpoint on your far left is going to be 30. And the endpoint on your other end is going to be 50. Remember, we can make a number line with any numbers as long as they are in order. Okay, 30 and 50. Now, if you don't have a meter strip, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to continue to add ticks, to add strips, to add hash marks to complete our number line. So we have 30 and 50 on either end. What number is going to come right in the middle of 30 and 50? If you have a meter stick, go ahead and look at it. If not, let's talk about it. So to get from 30 to 50, I'm adding 30, 40, 50. I'm adding 20. What is half of 20? Is 10. So halfway between 30 and 50, I'm going to add 10, and that's going to be 40. So our midway point is 40. So now you should have 3 marks on your number line. 30, 40, 50. Okay. We're going to make some more equal units between 30, 40, and 50. So I'm going to add 2 more spots halfway in between. What number would I add that's halfway between 30 and 40? Good, 35. What number would I put down that's halfway between 40 and 50? 45. Awesome job. How many units do we have on our number line now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome job. What is the length of each unit? What is the distance between here and here, here and here, here and here, here and here? How much is in between each unit? 5. Very good. We're counting by 5s. Awesome jobs. So we're adding those extra parts in. Now, what I want to know now is the total distance. How long is our number line? You can do that by adding all of the parts together. I have 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. If I add my add-ins, equals 20. The total distance from 30 to 50 is 20. So we can use number lines of various lengths to find the difference between two numbers. And this is just one way to do that. All right. We can also use unit length to count up and down to figure out endpoints. So at one end of our number line here, we have the number 100. At the other end, there's an E. We don't know what that E is yet. What we're going to do is figure that out. So how many different units are there? How many hash marks are there? Good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. If we know that each unit is equal to 10, so each time we're touching another hash mark, it's equal to 10, can we figure out the value of that endpoint? We can, right? So we're at 100. Each unit is going to be another value of 10. So 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. What is the value of that E? 140. Beautiful. So if we know the value of each of the units, we can figure out the endpoint. Okay. What is the difference between the endpoints? What is the length of our number line here? 40. Awesome, because we started at 100, ended at 140. The difference between that is 40. Okay. We can do the same thing going backwards. Here we have 95 at this endpoint. Do we know the value of A? Not yet, right? But if we know that each of these hash marks is a value of 10, can we figure out the value of A? We can, right? Pause and talk to someone at home about what you think the value of A is and why. Very good. So we're going to count backwards by tens. So we're at 95. Now let's count backwards because we know each mark is an equal unit of 10. So we're at 95, 85, 75, 65, and our value of A is going to be 55. Thumbs up if you got that. Nice job. What is the difference on this number line? We're starting at 55. We're going to 95. What is the difference? Very good. It's a difference of 40. Same thing as the last one where we had 100 going to 40, but different numbers, but we got the same value. All right. Now we're going to try and figure out the value of B. This one's in the middle of the number line. To do that, we have to figure out what we're counting by. We're starting at an endpoint of 45 and we're jumping to an endpoint of 85. So let's see. Could I count by 5s to get from 45 to 85 using these hash marks? Let's try it. 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, that didn't get me to 85. So let's try something else. Maybe let's try 10s. Let's try each value being a unit of 10. 55, 65, 75, 85. So it's a value of 10. So that B is going to be 75. We're trying out different things to figure out the value of the units and the value of the spot on the number line. All right, let's try this one. I want you to figure out the value of point D. Point D is down here. Each mark represents a value of 10. So we have 65 here. Each of these marks is a value of 10. Pause and talk to someone at home about what you think the value of D is going to be. Very good. So we know that each value is 10. So we're going to count backwards by 10s because we know 65, 55, 45, and D is going to be 35. Thumbs up if you got it. Good job. Now, my second question is, what is the distance between the two endpoints? We know one endpoint down here is 35, but we don't know what this endpoint is. What do you think that endpoint is going to be if each hash has a value of 10? Good, that endpoint is going to be 75. So what's the distance between 35 and 75? Good, it's going to be 40. Another way to think about that is to go 10, 20, 30, 40. Do your bunny hops. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. For your problem set today, you are going to be given a number line and you need to figure out what the missing value is. They're going to give you a letter and you need to use the skills we've been using to figure out what that missing value is. So let's do this one quick together. So we have 20 and we have 50. So we need to figure out what the unit is for each of these hash marks. I'm going to guess 10. Let's try it out. 20, 30, 40, oh, it's not 10, because I'm already at 50 and 50 is down here. Let's try 5. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So each unit is a value of 5. If each unit is a value of 5, then A is 40 centimeters. So use those skills we've been practicing today. Try out different things. It's okay if your first guess isn't wrong. Just keep persevering and you'll figure out those missing numbers.